Hey YouTube, Little Rocker Cutie 2005, also known as Andre here. I'm chilling with my friend buffyxenaman.
Hi.
And today we are going to start talking about my PlayStation collection. This is going to be a couple videos on my PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games. And I know there's a couple people that watch my videos that are kind of waiting for this, so I figured I'd better do it while the time's good. And so we're going to start off with my RPGs. First off, we have a game here called Dual Hearts. Now, I got this from GameStop. That's why it's in one of these sleeves. And I haven't had really much experience playing this game, but I have it, and I am going to play it eventually. But other people in the house have played it at some points, and I have seen it being played. It does look like an interesting game, and I really think I'm going to enjoy it.
I never got to play it. Let me one of these days.
Now we have Lunar, the Silver Star Story complete. This is for the PS1. It's a 4-disc set with the 2-disc game and a soundtrack and a making of, and it comes with a big leather booklet. It's a really great game if you like the old school PS1 style of RPG where it kind of looks like it's on the Super Nintendo, but I had this game beat, and I played it constantly. It was like one of my favorite games for a long time.
Oh, I've seen you play that several times. God,
I was addicted to it for a while.
Oh God, I know. It's like, want something to drink? No.
Yeah. Next up, we have here Radiata Stories. This is one I bought from Family Video for $4.95, and it is a pretty cool game. I have played it a couple times, and I'm not very far into it, but hopefully I'll be able to get further into it and find out more of the story. Here we have Dragon Quest VIII, Journey of the Cursed King. This is the version with the Final Fantasy XII demo. It's still in the box, complete with the instruction book and everything. And I got this for Christmas one year. I was working on it for a while, then I loaned it out, and my friend erased my file, so now I have to start all over on it.
Yeah, all my exes played that game. I watched.
Yeah, everybody was borrowing that game from me. I'm like, oh my gosh, give it back to me already.
I never got to play it yet. Maybe one of these days.
Next up is Samurai Legend Musashi. This is actually the sequel to Brave Fencer Musashi for the PS1, which I also have, but it's in bad shape, so I'm not going to show it. But this is kind of like the first game. You have to do some of the same stuff, and actually I think it's pretty fun, but it's a rather hard game once you get into it, but it's still pretty fun. Now this is Fullmetal Alchemist 2, Curse of the Crimson Elixir. This is another one I bought from Family Video. I did buy the first game, but it didn't work on my PS2, so I had to take it back. Lo and behold, they put it back on the shelf. But this one comes with a DVD that has the first 2 episodes of Season 2 of Fullmetal Alchemist. And this game basically follows the entire first season of the show.
Oh, I think I'm the only one that really played it. That's a fun game to play. Haven't beat it yet, but it's really fun.
This is another one I started that I got from Family Video. This is called Dawn of Mana. I think it's part of the Mana series, like Secret of Mana and I think it was Legend of Mana on the PS1. If any of you know, let me know what it was, because I really don't remember. But this is kind of like those games, and I mean, I can't really tell you much about it because I only played it once and I didn't get very far. I just kind of played until I got to a save point just to try it out. Then we have here Odin Sphere. This is another one I got from Family Video. Another pretty cool game from the Atlas Company, who's well known for their RPGs. And it's pretty interesting. Like, this is another one I only played once so far and didn't get very far because I just, like I said, like with Dawn of Mana, I played until I got to a save point just to try it out. This one I haven't played yet. It's Persona 3. And I have been into the Persona series. I did get to play Persona 2 on the PS1, but that was really the only one I played, and then when I saw this on sale for $4.95, I just snatched it up, because it was one that I just had to play. Next up, we have here Rogue Galaxy. This is probably one of the most involving RPGs for the PS2 with over 100+ hours of gameplay. I played it a little bit and was getting into it, and it's one that I actually enjoy, but I want to get more into it to find out more of the story. And we have here Wild Arms 3. This is part of the very successful Wild Arms series, which started on the PS1. I think they're up to like Wild Arms 5 or something like that now. But I played this one and it was pretty fun. But it's another one I played until I got to a save point, and then I haven't played it again. But one of these days I am going to give it another go. And we have here Suikoden 5. Now I started this one, but the story's like, I don't know how to describe the story, but it's really different from any RPG I've ever played, because actually this was my first foray into the Suikoden series, and the other games are kind of hard to find, but I'm on the lookout for them, so. And we have here Ys, or Weiss, however you pronounce it, the Ark of Napishtim. This is another one that I haven't played yet, but I picked it up from Family Video for $4.95 when they were selling their PS2 games. Basically, I went in there and tried to scoop up whatever RPGs I could find. We have here Zone of the Enders. This is one, it's from the producer of Metal Gear Solid, and this one did have a demo of Metal Gear Solid 2, but when I bought this, it didn't have the demo with it, so I just got the game, and it's one that I do enjoy. And now we're going to go on to one of my favorite game series.
The good stuff.
Yep, starting with Final Fantasy VII. This is the greatest hits version of it, but this is still one of my favorite RPGs, probably my all-time favorite. This is the game that really got me into RPGs. I mean, the story was involving, the characters were unbelievable. I mean, there was so much to this game, it was like you never wanted to quit playing it.
Yeah, I think I played that game like 3 times. I never quite got to beat it.
It was another one your ex kept borrowing and playing.
Oh yeah, he will never let me play.
I know. I'd want my PlayStation back, and he'd be like, "I'm playing it," and I'd be like, "Arrgh."
I'll be like, "I'll just give it back." No, I'm good.
Yeah.
But moving on.
Yeah, moving on. We have here. This isn't exactly a game, but it is a continuation of a game. It's Final Fantasy VII: Advent Children. I think this takes place 2 years after the end of Final Fantasy VII, and there's this virus going around that all these kids are catching, and Cloud has the virus, and basically he's dealing with Sephiroth coming back, and of course it's up to him and the whole Avalanche group to save the day again. But it's a really good movie in my opinion.
Good graphics.
Yeah. Here we have Final Fantasy IX. This is another one I really got into. I thought it was a pretty fun game, and it's a pretty involving one. 4 discs, and another one with really great characters. It's really underrated, as a lot of people say, and I happen to agree. Then we have here Final Fantasy X. This was the first Final Fantasy game for the PS2. Would you believe I've had this game for like 10 years? I've never beaten it. Probably because I took a break from it for a couple years and didn't pick it up again, but...
And I started playing it.
Yeah, you were playing it, and I'm looking to get back into it and finally beat it.
So am I. I just had like the summoning creatures part.
The Aeons.
Yeah, but... I guess I can't remember where I'm stuck at. I'm stuck in the carrier. I have to go in and out.
I'm like 75% through it. I have no idea where I'm at either.
I probably only like 25% through it.
But here we have Final Fantasy X-2. This was the first, like, true sequel to a Final Fantasy game. And of course now we've got Final Fantasy XIII-2, which I don't know much about because I don't have a 360 or anything like that, so I can't really play them just yet, but I'm happy with what I've got. And Final Fantasy X-2 it's another underrated game, but it happens to be one of my favorites in the series. And just the whole... I don't know, the whole story where it picks up with Yuna trying to find Titus, and she forms the Gull Wings and all this stuff. It's really cool.
I think I tried to play it once, and
You did, because you rented it for me.
Right, I rented it for you, and I tried to play it, but you do a better job at it than I did.
That's because I'm so used to playing these games. Here we have Final Fantasy XII. Now, this is another one I've only played once and got to a save point and stopped. but it's another one I'm looking to get into and get into more of the story of it, and hopefully I can find out what's going on with it, because so far I don't really understand it. But then again, I only played it a little bit, so that's probably why I don't understand it. Here we have the Disney and Final Fantasy crossover game, Kingdom Hearts. Now, this game is fun. It's one of them where you're an original character and you end up teaming up with Donald Duck and Goofy, who are looking for King Mickey. And you have all these different Final Fantasy characters like Cloud, Squall, Aeris, let's see, Yuffie's in there. There's a lot of different characters. And now we have the sequel, Kingdom Hearts 2, where you're playing the Sora again, but it doesn't start out like that. You play as a character named Roxas, and there's a whole backstory to Roxas that I haven't totally learned the whole thing of yet, because I'm not very far into it, and I'm trying to get further into it because I want to start playing as Sora again, because I really liked him, and Donald and Goofy are still looking for King Mickey and all that, but it's a really involving game and one that's really fun. Now, last but not least is one I'm trading to Shauna Tonin. This is also a Kingdom Hearts game. It's Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. This was a port of the PSP game, and I'm trading it because I didn't really like it. The concept was good, but the way you battled and everything, it didn't fit a Kingdom Hearts game in my opinion, and I didn't really like it, so I'm trading it off. And my half, well, Shauna Tonin's half of the trade came in the mail already, but I'm not exactly sure when I can send his half to him because I don't know how much it's going to cost me. But Shauna Tonin, it will get to you, don't worry. I promise you, your half of the trade will come to you. But for now, I just have to figure out how I'm going to take care of it all, you know? But that's it for this part of my PlayStation collection. And we'll be back with some more pretty soon. So, once again, this is Little Rocker Cutie 2005 and buffyxenaman. And we're out of here. Peace.
Rock on.